Hey, what's going on, Flooring Pros? Got a really special video today. Something kind of different from what I typically do in terms of talking about, lead generation for your flooring company, how you can book more appointments, things like that. And so I'm always trying to just kind of find different and new, unique ways that you, as the flooring company, the flooring pro, if you're a marketing manager for your flooring company or flooring store, just different ways that you can essentially, market your flooring company and just kind of do things a little bit differently than your competitors. And so there's so many things you can do in this big world of digital marketing, of course. But today I wanted to go over something really specific that I don't think is probably being capitalized on enough, and that's the Nextdoor app. I don't know if you've heard of Nextdoor or not. It's got a desktop version as well as an app. I think the app is the most common way that people access it. So essentially, Nextdoor is just an app, kind of like a social media app, but it's specifically for like specific neighborhoods and like people that live in the same neighborhood. So they'll post things on there, like, hey, I lost my dog, or like, can you guys, he's brown, whatever, or like, hey, I need a recommendation for this or that, or if they're having like a cookout in the neighborhood, just things like that. And so I think it's a really, really awesome opportunity for you flooring companies specifically. And as you can see my screen here, I've got the Nextdoor website pulled up here. And also too, like I said, there's an app I think that's more so used than the website. And I just really think there's an opportunity here to capture some more traffic that you typically wouldn't have captured in the first place if you weren't on it. And so I just want to walk through here briefly just a couple ways that you can actually take advantage of Nextdoor for your flooring company to get more high quality leads, book more estimate appointments, and ultimately close more jobs, which is all that matters, right? And so whether it's Facebook, Instagram advertising, it's Google advertising, it's your website, it's SEO, it's Facebook groups, it's referrals, it's word of mouth, it's power partnerships, it's the Nextdoor app, right? It's just you're trying to cast as many fishing lines as possible so that you can essentially reel in more customers and reel in more leads. And so this is just another fishing line that you can cast out into the pond of your prospects that need your flooring services. And so I guarantee you probably 99% of your competitors are not going to be utilizing this right now. This is kind of a new thing. I think Nextdoor is not super new, of course, but like if you can be the first one to a new platform or a new strategy, gosh, you just have way more possibility and way higher likely of a chance of just doing really well from that new strategy because you were just one of the first ones. So I'm on Nextdoor right here. You can go to nextdoor.com just to kind of peruse around and stuff. And of course, like I said, the Nextdoor app. And so I've got my account right here. You just create an account. It's really, really easy. And so you're immediately, they have you type in like your neighborhood and stuff like that if you're doing a personal profile. You can also do a business profile, and I'll talk about that here in a minute or so. But I'm kind of logged in from the personal view just so you can I can give you a look from both ends as to what this looks like from the prospect's end or the homeowner's end versus the business and just, what opportunities you have there. And so on the personal end, if somebody like is a homeowner or a neighbor, they sign up for this, they type in their neighborhood, this is what they're going to see whenever they come in here. So you can like essentially obviously post something like you could on Facebook, Instagram, or, whatever else. You can create an event, you can, poll your neighbors, all these sorts of things you can sell or give away, right? So there's lots of different things you can do here. You can post images. And then I wanted to take you to the feed here. And so anyway, this is the feed that you see. So again, kind of like Facebook, Instagram, but people will post on here. Like, does anyone know of any company that disposes of old paint? So like, there's just people looking for companies, essentially looking for referrals. That's a really big like purpose of the app and the website. And so I saw one here earlier too. Let me pull it up. Yeah, this guy right here. I'm looking for someone to work on my sprinkler system. I need 10 heads replaced. Looking for someone who will give me a good price to fix it. And then this person says sprinkler works has done great work for us. So, and that was 2 hours ago. So I would imagine there's a lot of this kind of stuff that happens a lot of times. And so there's just tons of opportunity here. Like you can come in here every day, kind of make it a part of your lead generation routine, you or your team, to come in and generate some leads from just kind of the Facebook feed, or not Facebook. I'm so used to that. The Nextdoor feed. And then also, so there's that's the organic side. And you also have like for sale and free. So people can like list stuff on there. And so I'm sure you could treat it kind of like marketplace in a way to where you're kind of listing maybe flooring services and things like that. So there's kind of that organic side. And then also there is the paid advertising side. And so that's what really excites me is like there's so much opportunity on here for you flooring companies to generate some local quality leads for very, very cheap. And so, yeah, I personally have not done a lot of Nextdoor advertising, but it's, essentially kind of the same ideas as pretty much, your Facebook, Instagram, TikTok ads, things like that. But as you can see here, there's sponsored ads. And so you as the local business owner can put ads in people's feeds, kind of like you can Facebook and Instagram. It's the same idea. You have a headline, an image, copy, you have a button, a call to action. And they click on it, you can take them to a website. You can have them message you. I think you can take them to your Nextdoor page. So it's not quite as advanced as like a Facebook, Instagram ad campaign, or maybe even a TikTok ad campaign or Google ad campaign, of course. I think it's still fairly new, like the advertising platform. So I don't think it's quite as dynamic as your other advertising platforms. But yeah, so there's opportunities here. And I was looking at, so if you're to create, you can go in there and create a business account as well as a personal one. So you create your regular kind of personal account where you can go in there and look organically and stuff with people. And you can even position yourself as like just the single, just one person that represents your flooring company. And then you can have your business page that kind of acts as like the flooring company, if that makes sense. So like right here, I created a page. This is for my ad agency. But you come in here and you can essentially create ads. So you come here, hit ads, and obviously you can make posts too. And so, yeah, kind of like Facebook, Instagram, or every other advertising platform, you first, select your goal. So if you wanted to get, I'm sure you can get messages off the platform, or if you have a landing page you want to send them to capture leads, or a sale or a discount. So I'm envisioning here, there's so many things you can do with this because this whole platform works off of specific neighborhoods, right? And so what you can do is, for example, let's say this, increase website visits. And then in your copy here, you can target and call out specific neighborhoods. So if you've got a neighborhood called Oak Brook, you could say, hey, Oak Brook neighbors, looking for an estimate on flooring. That's not the best copy in the world, but you get the idea. Like you essentially, that's how I've taught a lot of people, and how I have on this channel is you got to call out your target audience. And so with this, it's an incredible opportunity because with how the app and the website works, it's based off of specific neighborhoods, like I said. So you can call out those specific neighborhoods, and they really feel like they're being spoken to very detailed and specifically. And so you can do something like that with obviously, an image of, floors or your previous jobs before and after, or a picture of their neighborhood sign. I'm just throwing out golden nuggets here. And then a call to action here, learn more, you can get a quote, book now if you're trying to get direct estimate bookings or a message or whatever, right? And so, we'll say message for now. No, we'll do something like learn more, preview, blah, blah, blah. So the idea is you essentially create your ad, you target your audience here, and how big a radius you want to go. So if you want to go after specific neighborhoods, I'm sure you can make it very, very small to where you're going after just, a couple little neighborhoods right here. You can create different ads for different sets of neighborhoods, so like there's just so many things you can do here. I'm trying to open up your mind essentially. That's kind of my goal with doing this video. And so you do that, and then obviously you set a budget. And so, man, you could just throw $5 a day at it and just kind of see what happens. You don't have to create like a landing page or even send to your website. You could probably just choose the goal of messages, just to get messages, from people. Just keep it simple. You don't want to be messing with your website and like, landing page and stuff. Like, especially if you're just trying this out, just throw a few bucks a day at it and just see what happens. And then you add your payment method and you publish. So I think it's like really easy to do. But again, there's not like a lot of dynamic to it, like it's like, again, as you can see, this is pretty easy and, pretty point and click, and nothing super special. Like, with the Facebook marketing platform, you can just do so many things, and it's a little bit more confusing, and there's just more dynamics to it. But this is, pretty easy in setup. So, anyway, so that's pretty much it. I just wanted to give you a brief walkthrough. Maybe I'll do a specific, like, an actual deep dive in creating a campaign and what I would do if I was you as the flooring company owner to try and get leads and appointments. If you want that, you can shoot a comment down below or, whatever, and I can maybe make a video on that. But I think this is an incredible opportunity. Again, I'm trying to make you think bigger here of you need to cast as many fishing lines into the pond of your prospects as possible within your local area, and that's how you're going to dominate, is by being everywhere, right? And so next door, even though it's not the size of Facebook or Instagram, there's a lot of people on there, and you could probably get a few customers a month off of it. I have no doubt about that, if you do it correctly, and you got to be diligent about it too. So anyway, just think differently. Think outside of your competitors, because they're probably not doing this. But just you got to think of things like this. I'm trying to find different platforms and just different ways that you can actually advertise, that a lot of people aren't, because a lot of people are doing Facebook, Instagram, Google ads, things like that. But this is one of those things. And I've also got another one I'm going to make that I think is really, really good and some really good opportunities. I'm going to make a video about that too. But yeah, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.